Good morning students. Welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. We have started with the revision lectures and previously we have done the revision of chapter 4, that is financial planning. Today we are going to start with chapter number 1, that is linear equations in two variables. Here revision I am going to take in general. That means I am going to simply discuss the methods or the concepts. Here I will not solve the problems. If you have any query regarding any question from this chapter, you have to post the same in the WhatsApp group. I will give you the written solution of that answer on the WhatsApp group itself. Okay. So let us start with the revision. So in this chapter 1, we are going to study different topics. You know that chapter 1 is linear equations in two variables. Already you have studied this in 9th standard. And from that 9th standard, the three methods, that is elimination method, substitution method and method to solve the particular type of equations also are included in this chapter. Plus the new methods to solve these equations, that is graphical method and Cramer's method or Cramer's rule, we are going to study in this chapter. Then the next topic is equations that can be transformed in linear equations in two variables. But because of COVID-19 pandemics, this particular topic is removed or reduced. Okay, you know that 25% syllabus is reduced because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So this particular topic is removed here for this particular year. And the last is application of simultaneous equations. That means word problems based on simultaneous equations or linear equations in two variables. Okay. Simultaneous equations and linear equations in two variables are nothing but the same. Okay. They are same. So let us start now here. See, first of all, let us discuss the general form of the equation in two variables. The general form is ax plus by is equal to c or ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. You will observe that both these equations are actually same. When you shift this c from left hand side towards the right hand side, you are going to get this form. Generally, we are going to use this form only, that is ax plus by is equal to c. The variables, they are on the left hand side of the equation and the constant is on the right hand side. Here a, b and c, they belongs to R. You know the symbol belongs to R. That means a, b, c are real numbers. They can be positive, they can be negative, they can be rational, they can be irrational. Okay. But the important thing is a or b cannot be 0. You know that if a or b is 0, for example, if a is 0, then 0 into x is also 0. So this equation will not be in two variables. So here this condition is important, that a or b cannot be 0. Okay. So here a, b, c are called as constants. Why? Because they are numbers. Opposite to that, x and y are called as variables. Why? Because we can assign different values to them. Okay, so they are called as variables. Let us go further. So as I have said here, two methods. This is method 1 and this is method 2, which you have studied in 9th standard. This is method by equating coefficients, also called as elimination method, and this is substitution method. But now this year questions based on these two methods will not be asked. But still these methods are important and you should know them because you know need them in word problems. In word problems, when you are going to frame the equations, to solve them you need these two methods because these two methods are easy as compared to graphical method or Cramer's rule. Okay. So these methods you have to study. Only the direct question based on this method will not be asked. Okay. So let us go further. So page number 2 is cancelled. From page number 3, you can see the activity based on those two methods is also cancelled. But as I have said, the particular type of equations where the coefficients of variables are interchanged, this type of equations are there. So from this particular exercise 1.1, few questions are reduced which are based on those two methods, that is elimination method and substitution method. But the particular type of equations are there. Okay. So see here, practice set 1.1, the activity based on the first one, that is eliminating coefficient method, is cancelled. You also make the changes, those who are not done. Okay. So see question number 2. These question number 1 to 6 are cancelled, which are based on those two methods, elimination method and the substitution method. But question number 7 and 8, which are particular type of equations, you will observe here 99x plus 101y and here 101x plus 99y. That means the coefficients are interchanged. Here also the same thing. So this particular type of equations are there. Question number 7 and 8 is not cancelled. Please note that. In hurry, don't cancel the whole exercise. Okay. Afterwards, the next method, that is graphical method. Why graphical method is used to solve the linear equations in two variables? The reason behind that is, if we try to draw the graph of the equation in two variables, linear equation in two variables, here the degree is 1, x is having degree 1, y is also having degree 1. So if we try to plot the graph of this equation, we find that the graph is a straight line. Okay. So if we plot the two lines for two different equations, these lines are going to intersect somewhere on the graph, and that point of intersection is nothing but the solution of the linear equations in two variables or simultaneous equations. Okay. So that is why graphical method is used. Let us see now how it is done. First of all, see, this is the elimination method which I taught you, because in the beginning we were not knowing about the reduction in syllabus. So from practice set 1.1, question number 1 question is taken by me. Those who want to understand this method, they can make use of this. See how here you will observe that the coefficient of 2x, that is coefficient 2 for x, is same here and their signs are also same. So we are going for subtraction, and from that we got the value of y, and afterwards when we substitute value of y in any one equation here, we are going to get value of x. Okay, so this is the method. As I have said, you must know this method because you have to use it in the word problems. Okay. Then the second method, substitution method. In this also you have to number the equations and choose one equation suitably, like equation number 1 is chosen here and x is written in the form of y, and that value is substituted in second equation, and from that we got the value of the variable y, and again substituting that value in any one equation, we get value of x, and finally we write down the solution. So these are two methods which we have studied. As I have said, solve the following simultaneous equations by elimination method or by substitution method. Such question is not going to appear. Please note that. Okay. Then next, that is particular type of equation. For that purpose, I have solved this one question from practice set 1.1, question number 2, sub question number 7. That is solved by me. You will observe that here the coefficients are interchanged. You can observe 99 here and 99 here, 101 here and 101 here. Okay, so in this case, as I have told you, you have to go for ASA method. ASA stands for add, subtract, add. Okay, it is not ASA test from your geometry. Here ASA stands for addition, subtraction, addition. So first you are going to add two equations and you are going to get one simpler equation. You will number that as 3. Then you are going to subtract. Then you are going to get one more simple equation. You will number that as 4. And again, by adding those 3 and 4 equations, you are going to get the solution of this particular system of equations or simultaneous equations. Okay. So this type of questions, they are going to appear in exam. Okay. Let us go further now. Here I discussed this, that graph of the linear equation or graph of the equation is always a straight line, and that is why graphical method is used to solve the simultaneous equations. Now let us see one example of this. Okay. So this is practice set 1.1, and in this one activity is given where you have to find the values of x and y respectively here. Okay. So here in this case the value of x is provided as 3. Put that here 3. So value of y you will get as 0. You can see here. Here also the answer is given. This 0 simply you need to write here. Okay. So this way you are going to complete this. So this is activity based on graphical method question. Okay. Let us go further. We will have one question now. This is also one activity which is solved. You can see here the first one which I discussed just now, that is solved for you. If you want, you can take screenshot of this and you can make use of it. Okay. So this is question number 1. Now question number 2. Solve the following simultaneous equations graphically. For that purpose, you have to take the equation, that is x plus y is equal to 6, it is written, and make a change here. Express y in the form of x. Shift this x this side. So you will get y is equal to 6 minus x. Now by using the suitable values of x here, you can get the values of y. What care you have to take is, you are not going to take very big numbers because you know that our graph page is limited. So the values should not be bigger. They should be starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, or some negative values you can take, -1, -2, like that. Now here in textbook 4 values are taken, but taking only 3 values also will do. To be on safer side, you can take the 4th value. So like here, first x is equal to 0 is taken. So when you put x is equal to 0 here, you will get value of y as 6. Write that here. And then write the ordered pair 0, 6. First x and then y. When you put x is equal to 1, you are going to get it as y. Very easy, because the sum should be 6 here. You can see here. Sum should be 6. So 1 and 5, 6. 2 and 4, 6. 3 and 3, 6. So this way you have to choose the pairs. And you will prepare one table. Immediately after preparing the table, you have to draw that line on the graph paper. You can see here. Okay, you can see the line is drawn, and all the points you can see here, all the 4 points which we have taken, 0, 1, 2, 3, the different values of x and different values of y. So this one line is drawn. Don't forget to write down the equation here near one arrow end. And don't forget to write the scale, that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit on both the axes. This is important. Here in graphical method, there are chances of losing marks. If you are not writing equation, you will lose half mark. If you are not writing scale, you will lose more half mark. So if you know the other questions, don't go for this graphical method, because it is time consuming also, as I have said, because you need to prepare tables, then you need to prepare this coordinate system, and then plotting points, plotting the line, writing the equation. It is too time consuming. Okay. Now see the second equation. X minus y is equal to 4. That means y is equal to x minus 4. Now choose the suitable values of x and accordingly get the values of y. So you got the order pair here also. Then plot that second line. You can see the second line is plotted. Okay. So plot all the points and draw the line. You have to extend these two lines till they meet each other or till they intersect each other. And at the point where they intersect here 5 comma 1, that is the solution of the system of the equation or the simultaneous equation. So you have to write down that solution at the end, that two lines intersect each other at 5 comma 1, and therefore x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 1. Okay. So this way you are going to solve the graphical method. This is one more question. Okay, if you want you can take screenshot. As I have said, this is a little bit difficult. So all the tables are prepared. Also the graph is drawn. So you can take screenshots or you can pause the video and you can write down or you can draw the graph. Okay, let us go further. Now the second method which we have seen in the topics, that is Cramer's method. But before understanding Cramer's method, you must understand what is determinant, because this determinant we are going to use in Cramer's method. Okay. So when we have four numbers A, B, C, D, and if we arrange them like this, it is called as determinant. Okay. This first one, this is A, B and C, D. These are called as rows. See, first row, second row. Opposite to that, AC and BD, they are called as column. You know that vertical are called as columns and horizontal ones are called as rows. So this is 1 and 2 rows and 2 columns. So therefore, degree of this determinant is 2, because there are 2 elements in each column and 2 elements in each row. Now to find the value of this determinant, we have to go for cross multiplication like this. A into D. See, A into D is AD. And minus sign is by default present there. Okay, you have to write down minus sign there. AD minus BC. This way cross multiplication is. You can see the arrows here. Okay, so the value of this determinant is AD minus BC. AD minus BC is called as value of this determinant. And generally, determinants are represented by the capital letters. Any capital letter, okay? A, B, C, D, any you can use. Okay? Generally, we are using D for determinant. Okay? So, let us see now some questions based on determinants. So, practice set 1.3. From that, question number 2 is there here. Question number 1 is activity which you can do by yourself. Question number 2, you can see the 2 questions are solved. This is the determinant, minus 1 into 4. It is written here. Minus sign is there by default. And 7 into 2, that is written here. So, minus 1 into 4 is minus 4. And here 7 into 2, but minus sign outside. So, minus 14. So, the answer is minus 18. Similarly, this is also solved. Okay. Let us go further. Now we are going to see the Cramer's rule or Cramer's method, also called as determinant method, because we are using determinants here. So to understand this, let us take two equations in general form. The first one is a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. And the second one is a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. You have to take care here that the equations should be in the standard form. Why? Because from these only we are going to write three determinants. First is d, second is dx, and third is dy. So what you have to do here is, for writing determinant d, you will see only the left hand side of these equations. Okay. So from the first equation a1 and b1 you will write in first row. From the second equation a2 and b2 you will write in second row. Okay, so this is d. Afterwards, to write dx, we are writing dx. then you have to see this right hand side. This C1 and C2 you will write as first column here for dx, and for dy this C1 and C2 will appear as the second column. What you do is when you solve the question, you write these three blank determinants first, d, dx and dy, leaving two lines in between. You can write this, and then you can write down the left hand side all the terms here, and in dx here C1 and C2 as first row, and here C1 and C2 as second row. Then simply observe this. Here this part is occupied. So this B1 and B2 you will copy down here. And for this you will copy down A1 and A2. This way you are going to write d, dx and dy. Then you can solve these determinants and you will get value of d, dx and dy. Then you have to apply the rule of Cramer's or Cramer's rule, that x is equal to dx by d and y is equal to dy by d. Condition is what? D cannot be 0. You know that denominator cannot be 0. We cannot divide any number by 0. And if value of d is 0, then the simultaneous equations do not have unique solution. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind. This question can be asked in the exam, that if d is 0, then what is the correct option from this? So the correct option is the simultaneous equation is not having unique solution. Okay, so if d is any number other than 0, then you can have the unique solution. Okay, so this is Cramer's method. Let us see one question based on this. So see here, first see that the given equations are in standard form. Now these two are in standard form. So copy down as it is as equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay. Then as I have said, write the determinants d, dx and dy. So for d, only left hand side you are going to see. So see this 3 and minus 4 write in the first row, 4 and 3 write in the second row. Written. Then dx, write the two numbers on the right hand side here in the first column. At the same time write those numbers in the second column for dy. Then here take these two numbers down here in dx and these two numbers down in dy. So this way you can write all the three determinants. Then solve them by our regular method, by cross multiplication. Don't forget that in between minus sign is there, and if you have one more minus sign, don't forget to write the number in bracket. You know that two signs cannot come together without bracket. Okay, so don't forget to write the bracket here if minus sign is there, or you can write down bracket by default only, so that you will understand that we have to solve the bracket first and then we have to go for addition. So this way you will get values of d, dx and dy, and then apply the Cramer's rule. Don't forget to write this statement, that by Cramer's rule, otherwise you will lose half mark. Where you are applying the Cramer's rule? You are not applying it in the beginning, you are applying it here. The Cramer's rule is this: x is equal to dx by d and y is equal to dy by d, and accordingly find value of x and y, and finally write down the solution. Okay, then this is one more question here. You will observe that here the equations are not in standard form. So this minus 4 is shifted to right hand side and it became plus. Also here this minus 5 is shifted to left hand side, so it became plus. First write in standard form and then do the further things. That means write d, dx, dy and then apply the Cramer's rule. Okay. So you can see here the practice set 1.3 which we have discussed just now. Now after this, equations reducible to a pair of linear equations in two variables. This part is reduced for this particular year. So take the change that on page number 16 that activity is not there. Then page number 17 also is cancelled completely. Page number 18, page number 19. That means practice set 1.4 is not asked. It will not be asked in the exam. It will not come for evaluation. Okay. So this way we have seen the different methods. The last one is application of simultaneous equation. That means word problems. Here you have to read the word problem, and from that you have to frame two equations and solve them simultaneously. Like here, see, you can see according to first condition the first equation is formed. According to second condition the second equation is formed, and these two equations are solved. So here we are going to use the method of equating coefficients, which is short and easy. It is not compulsory that you should use that method, but you have seen graphical method is too lengthy. Also for Cramer's rule you have to find three determinants and all. So instead equating coefficient method is short and simple. So you can make use of that, and by using that you can get the values of x and y, and then you can write down the final answer here. Okay. So this way we are going to solve all the word problems. Then problem set, all the MCQs are discussed by me. From problem set also this particular question number 6 is cancelled because it is of type equations reducible to the simultaneous equations. So that is cancelled. Take a note of that. And then remaining you have to solve. Question number 7 is based on word problems. So solve it. As I have said, if you have any query regarding any question here, you can post it in the WhatsApp group. I will surely give you the answer. Okay. So here one change now. Take a note of this change in the problem set here. Rupees 10, in place of that it should be rupees 100. Okay, make a change here. So this way we are going to solve all the problems here. Here one problem is discussed by me, which is star mark. If you want you can take screenshots, try to understand. Already I have taught you. Okay, this is one more problem which is given here. Okay, so you solve it. This is little bit lengthy problem. So here we end with our revision of first chapter. Study it and please ask your doubts. Okay students, thank you.